Hello everyone! Today I want to tell you how to make such skirt. This is just a mock-up. I know that the design seems complicated, but actually it's not. The thing is that I need dark blue skirt with a white beige stripe at the bottom. I want the wrong side to be beige too. Here will be a welt. I wanted to show you how a skirt will look like first. Now I'll take it off. I'll show you a pattern, tell you how to adjust it to this design, and then we'll start working. I've put the skirt on the table. I know that the design seems complicated to you, but I've actually chosen the most simple one. Have a look here. This is the skirt I've just showed you. This side is absolutely straight. This would be too, but I've changed it. This piece starts 30 cm down from the top. You can place it wherever you like. You may have noticed that this part of the skirt hangs down. I need to measure how much. The length of the skirt here is 63 cm. And here, 68 centimeters. Right, 68. When designing this part, you need to remember how long you want it to be. Remember that the lower angle will be even longer. Do not forget about that. If you don't want this part to be longer, but you want to make the folds, make this part round. It will also look very beautiful. I want to make the angles. I also want to make 12 cm wide welt on the wrong side. This is the skirt. And this is the sketch. This could be a regular straight skirt, but I've changed it this way. I've made this part square, but you can make it of any form you like. The folds will be very beautiful, especially with a welt of different color on the wrong side. Let's start working. This is the pattern for the front of the skirt. I usually make just a half of patterns, but this time I've made a full-size pattern. You can see that I have attached a pattern for this small piece to the original pattern. Draw this line by side. The thing is that this line should be even in the back and in the front. Match them to see if they are even. These are the front and the back patterns of the skirt. Do not forget to sign the details and the right size on them. When you make sure that the seams and details match, you can start cutting. Now you know that this is a regular pattern of a skirt. This piece is 30 cm high and 40 cm wide, and it was separately attached to the skirt. This is how you should make a pattern. I've made a full-size pattern in order not to make a mistake. Be very attentive and sign all details. This is the dark blue silk I'm going to make a skirt of. I've already steamed it. It was some time ago, so don't pay attention to the fact that it's wrinkled again. This is the two-sided silk. I'll make the right side of the skirt at this part. So I'll put the patterns right side down. I'll cut the first detail, then the second, and only then I'll show you how to make the welt. When working with silk, you need to make sure that it's absolutely straight. Check both lengthwise and crosswise grains. You can see that this part, for example, is not straight. You can't adjust the fabric this way. You'll get terrible waves here. You won't be able to get rid of them. Place the fabric the way it is. Do not pay attention to the curved edges. You'll fix them later. Let's put the pattern here. I need to make it 5 centimeters longer. I put it right side down. I've added 5 centimeters to the pattern because I did it in the mock-up too. I know that the measurements are accurate, so I cut the silk without hesitation. You should be very careful when working with silk. Work slowly. Do not rush. I don't add anything to this edge, so I won't add anything here in the other detail too. I don't add anything here neither, because I know that I don't need it. You should do it if you need. I add 1 centimeter for a side seam. I like small details. Small seams, for example. You can see that my tucks are small too. I know that it's just because my waistline doesn't exist, but at least it's not hard to sew them. Now I'll draw the tucks on the fabric. This is the wrong side, and this is the right side. I'll cut the back the same way. I'll do it off the camera. To make such skirt, you need 2 lengths of fabric. The skirt will be very beautiful. It will be dark blue with a beige stripe at the bottom, so it will suit the 2 pairs of shoes I have. Make it of any color you like. Black and white, pink and gray, or some other colors too. Try to combine different colors to decide what to do. Have a look at the table. The front and the back match, so I can cut the 2 even welts at once. I make them 12 centimeters wide. I'll need to strengthen them with an adhesive material. This seam on the sketch shows where the welt will be stitched to the skirt. The skirt will be very beautiful. You can see that it's not hard to make it. I pinned the two layers of fabric for them not to move. The width of the welt with the seams should be 13 centimeters. I carefully measure and mark 13 centimeters. When I cut the welt, I'll cut a waistband and a lining. A lining won't be long. Let's start cutting. Cut the welt without taking the pins out. I've showed you the mock-up, then I've showed you how to cut the skirt and the welt. I strongly recommend making such skirts. You can see that the side seam goes this way. You can make a slit here too. It will also look very beautiful. Use your imagination. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. And remember that practice makes perfect. My name is Paukštė Irina. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.